Hey chat, so I don't think I'm gonna make it out of this one alive. Hey ghoulies, and welcome back to my channel. It's great to see you all, great to have you all here. We are back with another review of Would I Survive? And this week's movie is Would I Survive? Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Now, it hit theaters last week, and I'm just getting to this because I wanted people to get a chance to watch it. But if you have not watched the movie, please make sure to leave a like, leave a comment, and come back later once you've watched it. All right, let's go into talking about how I'm going to review this video. But before we get into today's video, please make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for my channel so you do not miss another video of horror content. I review each movie using 5 categories: situational IQ, physical feasibility, resource management, the Queer Trope Test, and lastly, Personal Prudence. So I'm going to be talking about these individually and scoring them out of 5. And then at the end, based off of my total score, I will see if I come out of this movie as a final queer, or will I be unalived in Act 1? All right, let's find out. We begin with our first category, which is situational IQ. And because I had barely survived the first film, I believe coming into this next film, I would have known a little bit more of the situation, known a little bit more about Freddy's. We know from Vanessa that there's a lot more to Freddy's than what we previously knew. So definitely those surprises would have caught me off guard, but I feel going into this film, I definitely would have had an upper hand. So that's why I gave myself a score of 3 again for this one, just because I would have known a little bit more of the situation and I would have probably stayed clear of anything that had to do with Freddy Fazbear or anything of the animatronics. So that's definitely where my mind is going with this one. But also, if this were my first time going into the original Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, then odds are I may not have been able to make it out because that has to deal with paranormal children possessing people, and Charlotte is a brutal one. So I definitely think that I probably would not have gone to do an investigation at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. I mean, it's kind of shady. It's interesting. I always ask myself, like, would I go into abandoned places that people have never gone into or people are not allowed into? So I don't know. Let's get into physical feasibility. And this one I gave myself a 1 again because there's no way I'm outrunning or outpacing these animatronics. Like, they are so quiet and they can sneak up on you and they just pop out of nowhere and you're just there. And they're stronger than you because, again, they're metal and all these weird things and can just pop out of nowhere. And I'm gonna say that because it happens multiple times, and that was all the jump scares that this movie had. And yeah, I don't have a chance. It's a 1. I don't have a chance. Nah. Our next category is resource management, and for this category I gave myself a 3 because I feel going into Five Nights at Freddy's 2, again, if I had survived the first one, then for sure I would have known more, right? And I would be prepared and probably traumatized from that first experience. So yeah, I would probably have something on me and I would go like full Sarah Connor and any final girl that lives into the sequels. Sorry, I got mixed up there. But yeah, I would like have something on my person. I would have like a stun gun or those electricity gun things like on me all the time. Yeah, that's why I gave myself a 3 for this one for sure, because going into it, I feel like I would be more prepared and I would have a lot more at my disposal. But that being said, again, these things pop up anywhere. So it's kind of like, if you can get to your stuff in time, you got it. But if you can't, then you're done skis. It's over. Our fourth category is the Queer Trope Test, and very similar to the first film, my queerness doesn't really hinder me or help me in this situation. It just is that's just, it is what it is. So there's not really much to add to this because, yeah, probably survived because times have changed. So queer people are not murdered or unalived as often in horror films than they used to be. And we'll talk about that when I talk about next week's film. But, there's still a chance. And lastly, there is Personal Prudence, and I believe that I would be at a 2 because I'm a teacher, I'm an adult, and the whole film centers around the fact that Charlotte is trying to get revenge on adults. And that one teacher's fate, yeah, that did not, even though the teacher was an a-hole, and I was like, yeah, no, like he definitely deserved what he got. I feel like because I'm a very strict teacher, and I mean strict in terms of like holding my kids up to like high standards and like, really putting my foot down with them, I feel like Chica would have saw that and been like, no, he must go. And I was like, well, there it goes. Well, that does it for me. So that's why I kind of lowered it to a 2 because, because I'm an adult, because I'm a teacher, and Chica would probably get mad at me. She'd probably want to unalive me, so there's that. And finally, our ultimate scores are 12. So just like Five Nights at Freddy's, I probably either am unalived in the 3rd act, maybe Chica catches up to me, or I get possessed by the marionette, or something happens and, I leave off injured, or, maybe I stay alive for number 3, but I don't know how much I can take of this. This series or franchise would be very scary to go through. And I definitely feel that I probably would not make it. So I don't know. I don't know, chat. I don't think I'd make it. What do y'all think? Do you think that I would make it? Let me know in the comments down below if you think that I would survive Five Nights at Freddy's 2. I don't really like my chances. If you enjoyed my review today, please make sure to like and follow for more horror content. I have a lot in store for the new year, so make sure to follow me on Instagram, Threads, YouTube, TikTok, wherever you can find me. And until next time, stay spooky.